Hey, welcome Wizard World fans and Marvel's Runaway fans. We're so excited. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are all over the globe. We have an exciting virtual experience for you. Again, you're tuned in to the Wizard World virtual experience, the Runaways panel. Again, my name is Tony Kim. First off, I want to say thank you for that awesome commercial reel. This panel is sponsored by the U.S. Army. Go Joe. The U.S. Army offers 150 career opportunities, and in fact, their National Hiring Day is coming up. And so June 30th and July 2nd, so definitely check that out. Again, my name is Tony Kim. I'm the owner of a fashion apparel company. We offer sophisticated fan geek apparel called Hero Within. You can check us out on herowithinstore.com. And, we are streaming live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, I don't know, MySpace. Maybe we're on MySpace. I don't know. Bringing you that Comic-Con live to the comfort of your own home with these free celebrity panels, in addition to paid exclusive experiences, including one-on-one private chats, custom recorded messages, and autographs. Those are on sale at wizardworldvirtual.com, and we'll continue to do so throughout the week. So even if you're rewatching this on a replay, you can definitely check it out all the way up to June 30th. So definitely check that out for this once-in-a-lifetime experience with your favorite cast members. Also, don't forget to check out signed memorabilia and works of art from our favorite artists and vendors, and from previous virtual experiences and physical conventions at wizardworldvault.com. Well, man, again, we're excited to have you join us for the Marvel's Runaway panel. Let's get to it. We have an awesome cast. We have a lot of people here, so this can take a little while to get through everyone. So, traveling thousands of internet miles, please welcome first to the stage, playing Nico Minoru, Lyrica Okano.
Yeah!
Welcome. All right. And playing Carolina Dean, welcome Virginia Gardner. Virginia, welcome to the stage. Get it up, people. Yeah. Woo-hoo. And playing Gert York's Ariella Barber. Welcome. Watch your step as you go up on stage. Watch your step. And welcome Leslie, playing Leslie Dean. Welcome Annie Wershing. Annie. No stranger to the sci-fi fantasy genre, playing Victor Stein. Please welcome James Marsders.
Woohoo!
Jamie. Welcome James.
Jamie. Woo!
And you're having a long day. I think this is multiple panels for you today. So
I love
you so much. And playing Stacey Yorks, Bridget Brana.
Yeah,
Bridget. And playing Dale Yorks, please welcome Kevin Wiseman.
Kevin Wood.
Hey, Kevin. Go Dodgers. All right. And playing Tina Minoru, please welcome Brittany Ishibashi. Hey, Brittany.
In the house.
Aww.
And playing Zavin, please welcome Clarissa Thibault.
Clarissa.
Hey, Clarissa. All right. Is that everyone? I think
Angel. Oh, we're missing Angel.
Angel. Please welcome Angel Parker. Please join us, Angel.
Yeah.
Angel Parker. I'm so sorry.
Angel.
Catherine Wild, playing Catherine Wilder. Thank you, Angel, for joining us.
Of course.
All right. Hey, and is that everybody? Wait, everybody? Okay.
I think so.
All right. Hey, it looks like if you're on gallery view, this looks like the Brady Bunch. I think we could start the Marvel's Runaway Bunch. Could be a new internet series that we could start here. So.
You should look up and down and to the side.
That's right.
Brady Bunch.
By the way, where the hell is Greg?
Okay.
I just texted him, dude, we're doing the Runaways panel. What the WTF? Couldn't make it. I was so looking forward to see your face. Hope you're doing well. Love you, dude. And he texts back, send my love to everyone. So it's right there. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it.
Well, again, we have fans from all over the world: Argentina, Brazil, Germany, of course, the Bay Area. We have places like Missouri, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Florida, all over the place. And so fans love the Runaways.
Hi, guys.
And but we have a lot of people, so it's gonna be tough. This 40 minutes will fly by. We just want to get a few little stories. We'll get fan questions in, so we're gonna have a great time. And so, but let's just kind of start with each of you guys. How did you, Lyrica, how did you get connected with Runaways? Was it something that you were pursuing? Did it approach you? Like, how did that come about?
No, I was, I mean, I'm a struggling actor in New York. I'm still a struggling actor, but, was a struggling actor back then as well in New York, and was living at my parents' house. And my agent sent me the audition for Nico Minoru. I quickly researched online who this Japanese American superhero was, and of course Nico came up, and I learned a lot about her. And then the audition felt good, and then you get called back, and all of a sudden you're moving to LA.
Yeah. Go Asian representation. Woo.
Yeah.
And then Virginia or Jenny, you have to go. Jenny, would you like to go by? Okay, great. Jenny, how did you get connected with Gert?
With Carolina.
Oh, Carolina, I'm sorry.
No, tell us how you got connected with Gert. That's
a whole nother story.
Talk about how great Gert is. Go for it.
Yeah.
I was working on something in Vancouver, and he got the self-tape for this, and I didn't have anyone to read with because I had to do it when I wrapped at like midnight. So I did it on a computer screen. I had my mom call my hotel room phone and actually say the lines to me over the hotel room landline. And there was no lighting, and it was done on a laptop. It just looked horrible. And to this day, the casting director will make fun of me for how bad that self-tape was.
But it worked.
Somehow by some chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
talent. The talent shone through, Ginny. The talent.
Yeah, and then next thing I knew, I was testing for some mystery Marvel show, and I really had no idea what comic it was or any details about this until after I got cast, and was so fortunate that it was Runaways and working alongside these lovely people.
Awesome, Ariella, how about you? How did you get connected to Gert?
Well, I actually first auditioned for Molly.
Oh. Okay.
Because that was the designated Latina character, and my logic was, well, if this is like a teen show, everyone will probably be 30 and I'll look 14.
You did when the show started. You look very young. Yes.
I was like, this will totally work. I'm not delusional. I can play 14 forever. I'm fine. But then I went in for Molly, didn't hear anything for like a month. And then they called me back, and Patrick's words to me, and this has to do with the plot of the sides. It was like Molly is like going through puberty plot line, discovering that she had powers. And he brings me back into the room. He was like, look, we thought you were great, but no one believed you were getting your period for the first time. So they called me in for Gert, and then the rest was easy.
Ariella, how did you grow your hair so fast, so long?
It wasn't that fast. It was 3 years under a wig. No one noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was a
quarantine,
okay.
James. No one's getting a haircut in the quarantine.
Yeah. The pandemic's been very
that
long.
Hollywood magic gets me every time. Yeah.
Hi, Annie. We were at a show. I don't know, maybe a year or two back. Remember that thing called thing called conventions that we used to all go to?
Yeah, I think so. Live people.
Yeah. Who would have thought? How did you connect with Runaways?
Kind of just the normal route. Agent sent me an audition. I went in for it. I can't even remember if I went in more than once. I think I went in maybe once, and they used that as the test.
Yeah.
It was
nice.
I do remember it being a mystery show, like very top secret.
Yeah.
Can't know anything about it. So it's hard to research exactly what you're going in for because you're not allowed to. But yeah, kind of just the normal channels of agent, casting, testing, book it.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. James, how about you?
I didn't have to test for it because Victor was supposed to die in the 5th episode.
Oh, wow.
It's so normal for me. I don't think I've ever been on a show as a regular that I had to test for because I'm always playing characters that are supposed to die. And then people change their minds. But it was one of those circumstances where I'm driving to the audition and I'm told that the character is an evil Elon Musk. And the coffee, and like I'm on the 405 and I'm drinking my coffee and the coffee's really working. You know those days when your brain gets going and the caffeine's working. And I decided, and I kind of made up a speech that this character might be giving to his company about, what was it about? It was about
tell me you
the fact
recorded
that,
it.
What's that?
Please tell me you recorded it on the ride there.
No. But the casting director let me record it for the audition. So it was all about. Well, I'll just do it, guys. Good morning. Hope your coffee is working. NASA has called us. They're having problems with the Mars mission. The problem they have with the Mars mission is feces. They cannot get the water out. They can recycle. We have to circulate all of the water in the capsule because we can't blast off enough to do anything but recycle everything. We can get it out of the air. We can get it out of plant material, all waste products, urine. That's all fine. But feces is just, they can't figure it out. So coffee is free today. I needed a good idea on my desk in the morning. If I don't have one good idea, they don't all have to work. But if I don't have one interesting thing on my desk by tomorrow morning, someone is fired. Go. And
Did you just do your audition monologue for us?
That was it. Yeah.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
You're hired.
So they hired me. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Bridget, how
I
about
can also
you?
do Macbeth. Never mind.
Well, the funniest thing is I got this mystery Marvel audition, but I couldn't read the sides. It was so faint and so secretive. I had to trace them so I could even read it. And I thought, what the hell? I can't read it. I don't know what's going on. There's no description. So I was like, I'm just gonna go and say hi and say, hey, what do you want me to do? Because I have no idea. Yeah, sometimes planning is, the worst thing you can do. So it was actually kind of great because I just did whatever he mentioned in the room. And then Annie, I saw you at the test, you and I, because your cousin is my good friend.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
so I know that we were there together because you sent a message on your way out. So.
Yes. That's funny. You coming in like not knowing the lines feels very Stacey York's.
Yeah.
Right?
I was like, this is
they probably thought you did it on purpose.
Zone. All I saw was they said kooky, whatever. And I thought, okay, I can't read it. I'll wear my glasses. And my hair is supernaturally frizzy anyway. So I was like, this is going to take me like 5 minutes. So we're good. That's what happened.
And Kevin, I was a huge fan of Alias back in the day.
Thanks,
and I got to say, man, you were a cool tech nerd before it was cool to be a cool tech nerd. And so thank you.
Yeah, I
Kevin,
appreciate that.
How did you get connected with Dale?
Well, I like Ariella. I read for Molly first, which was weird.
I saw you there. I think I saw you there.
Yeah, and they were like, "We don't believe that you would." I had worked with Josh on a show called Chuck, and they kind of reached out about this, and I went in and met Patrick, cast director, did kind of my version of Dale, and then it happened really quickly, and I wasn't that familiar with the comic, still not familiar with it. Can someone send that over? And it's I'm kidding, it's great, but yeah, I was excited about doing it. I didn't know that much about it. Eventually read the script and got really excited. What time is it?
Midnight, Kevin. Midnight.
Okay.
Oh, I miss everybody.
I miss everyone.
It's an amazing cast. I don't get a chance to speak again, and these are really talented actors, Tony. So it was an awesome experience.
Awesome. It's awesome. Brittany, my other Asian sister, welcome.
Yeah.
Tell us, how did you get cast as Tina?
As Tina. Well, the original sides were for Tamara. Because everything was like code names. I had just had a baby, and so it was like 8 o'clock. It was like 3 weeks old. My daughter.
Oh my god!
I remember that. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was nuts. I remember very little from our first season because I wasn't sleeping. But it was like 8 o'clock at night the day before, and I got a call from my manager who had just spoken to Patrick and said, "Hey, can you sign this NDA and like be available tomorrow morning? And just, it's really close to you. It's right down the street. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I just went with my baby and then had my husband like walk Lilia around while I went in and met everybody. And then, and then that night, I think it was like a Friday. That night they were like, cool. Are you good to start on Monday?
Oh my
That
god.
was it. And I think, and James Yagashi was there too. He had just flown in from New York and he was there like with his little roller suitcase. And like, we got to do our scenes together and do our little chemistry read. And then he was like, bye, I'm going back to the airport. Maybe I'll see you. Maybe I won't. And then we had 3 great seasons. Yeah.
Wow.
Menorahs.
Clarissa, tell us about Zaven.
I mean, I came on a little later, but it was just as fast as everyone's talking about. Like, I think I had my initial audition on a Thursday, then I tested the next Thursday, and then I was at a table read the following Monday. Wow. And I met all of these lovely people, and it's the biggest project I'd ever been part of. So it's kind of shaking in my boots and pretending to be very, very confident. But for Zavin, I mean, it was so secretive. I think the name was Kuran or something like that. And it just said like regal alien. And I was like, okay, so really, really, strong posture, and went in with that. Yeah, so I don't know what I did. Apparently it's good.
I think you have the superpower that everyone would love to have, the shape shifting and that fun stuff. So
yeah, I
think it's we're all cast pretty fast. Like Kevin, you're right. And I think it speaks to the fact that the producers, Josh and Stephanie, know what they want and can see it when they see it, and also that Hulu trusted them, because there wasn't a lot of back and forth or disagree, about that. I've been on other casting sessions where there's a big lag wait, and there's a lot of debate between a lot of departments, but I got the sense that it was just a couple of people watching auditions going yes, no, yes, really fast. And being that everyone was so well cast, I mean, like, we're so well cast. It just speaks to that. Seriously, don't you think so? I think we're all like, absolutely. I can't imagine anyone else playing these roles.
Well, last but not least, Angel, tell us about how Catherine came about.
My story was similar to Ginny's. I was working in Toronto on the strain, and we were transitioning from days to nights, like splits. You guys remember splits, when we'd have to stay up all day? And so I was trying to stay up late, so I went out to dinner with Corey Stoll and Rainbow Sun Franks, and I started to read this audition that was all encrypted. I think my name was Cassie. And I started to read it, and we're just staying up late, drinking, trying to stay up as late as we could. And Corey's in the Marvel universe, and they knew it. They were like, that's Runaways. That's Runaways. And so then I was able to they were positive. Rainbow, I think, was a fan of the show, fan of the comic. And so then that night I'm up Googling and reading, and I was like, oh, this is good. This is close. And then instead of using my computer, Jenny, I Googled self-tape facilities in Toronto and took a taxi across, like a taxi. I think like Uber wasn't there yet or something, across town. And I still have that tape. And that was the tape that took me all the way. Wow. I still have it in my little Vimeo.
Wow. I want to
send it over.
I had my curly afro. I looked completely different and was exhausted, but it all worked out.
Awesome. Cool. Well, hey, I have we're already like halfway through the panel.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
So I have a question. I want you to think about. Then I'm going to give a little mid-panel little sponsor blurb, and then I'll come back to you guys. And so my question is that with the show called The Marvel's Runaways, have you, when you were young, did you ever run away? And do you have a story about that? And so, but hey, again, thank you for the U.S. Army for sponsoring this panel. And if you're just tuning in for us, don't forget you're watching this live or you're watching it later on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. Check out the paid exclusive experiences like the one-on-one private video chats, autographs, video custom recording messages at wizardworldvirtual.com. You can check that out. Or you can sign up and pay all the way up to the 30th for one-on-ones with many of these lovely cast members. So anyway, let's back to you guys. Anyone have a story when you were young, like when you got sick of, because there's nothing more evil than parents, and then teens are nothing more angry than parents. And so, do you have anyone have a story you'd like to share?
I did run away. I feigned I was going into the bathroom. I was so upset, locked the door, climbed out the window, which was a very small space, ran down to the Ralph's, and I had, which is a market in California. And, but my mother found me in like 25 minutes. It was a very short running away experience.
I think I ran away when I was like 6. And I don't know why. I think I packed a backpack, crossed the street, crossed another street, and went to my neighbor, Mr. Ling's house, because he always had orange juice and cookies. Great place to hide out.
Smart.
And then, I mean, he told me to go home, and
I would be terrified if my 6-year-old was just missing all of a sudden.
Yeah, I ran away. I think when I was 15. I had already decided in my mind I wanted to quit gymnastics, but my parents were very unhappy with the idea at the time. But I think that day I had to go to practice, so I went to the gym, saw my coach there, and was like, I have something to talk to you about. I brought up the idea that maybe I should just stop doing gymnastics because, I just wanted to be happy and I wanted to be a teenager. But my coach did not agree and was like, no, you gotta go get back to the gym in like 5 minutes. I'll see you there. And she headed back towards the gym. And instead of saying anything to anyone, I just left the gym and then was going to go back to my parents' house. But instead I went to like my best friend's house. And I think I ended up going back home the next day, but I just remember that very clearly. I ran away from home.
Nice.
Wow.
Well done.
My parents weren't really paying much attention, so I didn't have to run away. But they were, in high school, my parents would kind of run away. So they would like every weekend they would leave on Friday night and they wouldn't come back till late Sunday.
Oh my God.
And they would never tell us where they were going. So I would throw the most massive parties in the universe. They were because it was every weekend. It was like the whole school knew, what are we doing on the weekend? We're going to Marsters for the party. And it would be massive. And Sunday morning, the house would just be shot. But my friends, who are now doctors and lawyers, they were smart because they wanted to have a party the next weekend. So they would show up and clean the house. So when my parents got back, the house was cleaner than when they left. And they were smart enough not to ask any questions. Yeah. I remember one time, this football player punched a hole in the ceiling out of excitement. And the whole party just surrounded him like, dude, that you're going to ruin it for everybody. Oh my God, And the next Sunday he came with his tail between his legs with a couple friends and patched it. And then my parents never really, it was right in their bedroom, like right above their bed. And they never really saw it. Yeah.
James, I'm kind of like you. I had nobody paid attention. I'm one of 9 kids. So I try to run away probably once a week, but I'm gone all day. And they're like, oh, she's with a sibling, brother, neighbor, nobody noticed. I'd come over at the end of the night. I'm so angry. Didn't you notice I wasn't talking to you? Nobody noticed anything. So,
Yeah.
I ran away to the front yard once. I was very mad. And I packed a little bag of snacks, a little knapsack, took my dad's keys, locked myself in his car. My mom just came out and just like knocked on the window and asked if I would, like to come back inside. And I said, I have run away alone. And then I think maybe like 15 minutes I went back inside and I was like, I am hungry and I would like lunch. That was the extent of my running away.
It's very much like you, Brittany, because you had good snacks. Like on set, you always had little snacks.
Oh, you need good snacks.
Very apropos, young Brittany.
Well, we're getting a lot of questions from fans. I'm grouping a bunch together. A very common question is do you have a favorite episode to shoot from The Runaways?
Oh.
Clarissa, I'm going to start with you. I know you came in a little bit later, but do you have a favorite episode from your bunch?
I think I was that the 3rd or 4th episode. episode with the baby, whenever the baby was there.
Oh.
I guess 2 episodes, but I loved having that child on set. It was really nice.
Oh,
so cute.
It was so sweet.
I loved my last episode when I was killed in prison.
Killed again.
that was cool because we shot it all at a real jail down in Long Beach, and we shot all of that in one day. So meeting up with Renzi's character Alex and him breaking my heart and dying, and all of that was shot in one day. So it was just this massive day of work and the end of this role that I loved, and it was really just kind of cool and powerful. I remember driving home and thinking that I'd just be sobbing, crying because I was so sad that, you know, my character had just been killed, but really I was super proud of myself, and like it was cool. And then when I saw it, I was really proud of it, and it was just one of those things where the role kind of completed itself so well. So I enjoyed dying on Runaways.
I remember they let me punch a kid. That was awesome. You know, so you don't really get to do that very often, whether it's in life or if it was young Greg. You know, it was my son. And like
in the like alternate world or whatever, right?
No. It was like real life. It was that I was a bad dad, and when he was a kid, hit him, right? And the thing that I love about doing stunts is this kind of thing where like we're not really hitting each other, but the audience is gonna freak out, like we're con men and the audience is our mark kind of idea. That's kind of why I joined acting in the first place. And the kid was really cool, and he was really good at the gag. And I remember people, like the crew was afraid that he really got hit every time because we were in the car and they were all outside the car. So after every take, they would rush in, roll down the windows. Are you okay? And we would like snicker and like, yeah, we're fine. It's all right. But yeah, that was a great day.
Ginny, how about you? Favorite episode?
I'd say the crossover with Cloak and Dagger was my favorite episode.
Oh yeah.
It had been so many years of all of us working together, and it was so fun to be introduced to 2 new characters. And it was just a really fun. It was that whole dark universe, which was a lot of fun to shoot, and like crashing through the window with Olivia and Lyrica, and that was such a fun episode. I think for everybody, I loved it.
You guys were great in that crossover.
It was such a good episode.
Wasn't your favorite episode the ones that you got to film in the hostel for 16 hours a day? I heard that was your favorite.
Yeah, you got to do that once and never.
I enjoyed Tony. To your point about being a fan of Alias, one of the last episodes that the parents did together was 309, where we were on a mission together, and it was a series of night shoots in downtown LA, and it had that kind of Alias secret mission where we were all having to play characters to accomplish saving Molly and fighting off Elizabeth Hurley. And it was a lot of fun to work with everybody and kind of, play these characters on a secret spy mission. I had a lot of fun doing that.
And Kevin, when we did that, you and I looked like minions in our CDC.
That's my favorite.
I wish I kept that outfit so I could.
We got
those masks. Yeah.
After not working together all season, we got to ad-lib again.
Yeah, I love working with Bridget. I miss Bridget. She is fantastic. So
we got to do a lot of weird stuff. That was a fun one.
Yeah. You're the best.
Kevin, how much of your dialogue that made it on screen was actually ad-lib? You and Bridget? What percentage was actually written and what percentage was you just came up with?
I'm going to go 60-40, James. 60 written, 40 Bridget and I. We created in the secret kitchens, we created some stuff.
Amazing.
I was going to say that my favorite scenes for Leslie were with Julian, and all of the scenes like in the White Room in the first season. But now, like being away from the whole show and looking back, all of those crazy group scenes that were somewhat annoying to film, like the beginning Red Robe scenes, and out at the dig site scenes when it was just madness and like everyone was loopy and being ridiculous. I think looking back, having some time away from it now, those are kind of my favorite when we were all together and being kind of crazy.
I agree. Like those night shoots downtown, like, I mean, we may have all been breathing in asbestos, but like, I have so many fond memories of just hanging out with the whole, like getting the whole cast together. Because we so rarely got to work with everybody. Like those memories are really,
the finale of season 1 and then the beginning of season 2 is what you're referencing.
Playing Mario Kart and trash talking with Jenny. And like realizing that she could trash talk better than me. That was awesome.
You were better.
And with Ariel.
Which was shocking. I thought I'd kick your ass in Mario Kart, but you would get me almost every time. You're a good player.
Oh, I owned you in Mario Kart. I owned you.
But you know, the this pandemic has definitely caused all of us to sort of like reflect and think back and really appreciate the things that we missed the most. And so the @Marvel's Runaway Fans account texted or tweeted a message that asks, what do you guys miss most about the show? You've already mentioned some of those things, but what do you, as you look back on this time, 3 awesome seasons, what do you miss most about it?
The people, the friendships,
Mm.
the people.
And be crafty.
I miss when it got tough, when it was really late and we were really pressured. And it's in those times that you see if the people that you think are really cool and nice, if it's really true or not. And it always so was true. I don't know that I've ever worked with a group of people that were just so uniformly cool and good people. And just to like trust that and to know that if the chips get down again, that it's going to be okay. No one's going to lose it. No one's going to go off. We're going to get through it. Yeah. I think everyone said it. I miss the cast.
Yeah. We were all together so much. It's such a big group that we didn't go back to our trailers in between setups and scenes. We all stayed. We all were sitting in our chairs. And I remember, Kevin, you'd have your little light and your paper and your your water bottle, your recyclable water. And we all just hung out. And, you know, us girls, the women of the Pride, we still, you know, get together. We remember when we used to get together, ladies.
Are you guys doing Zoom calls? Are you doing Zoom calls without me?
We did do a Zoom call.
We did.
We've already done that.
We need another. We'll invite you, Kevin.
Yeah.
I would like to be on that.
Yeah.
Hey, another fan, Miranda, asked, out of all of you, which is the one usually is the one that would laugh or break during the scene the most?
Kevin.
Kevin.
No, I didn't break. I don't break.
No, you would break the stop, change the line to go, wait, just give me one more. Wait, one more, go ahead.
I remember, what was that? There was one time we were all, I think we were all handcuffed and Kevin had a new ad lib for every take.
Every time.
Do you remember that, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was in the crossover episode, right at the beginning where they come in.
Right, and like so many takes were blown because you were cracking us up.
Maybe we
broke. Cracked the crew up.
Because
maybe it's you were the
the catalyst for the breaking. Yes.
Do you remember any of those?
That's more
any of those ad libs? You'd studied them.
No, I do it and then it goes away. Yes.
Okay. Then would say, I'm going to try something. I'm going to do something. Just go with it. Just say yes when I. Okay.
It was like Buddhist platitudes, I think.
Yes, it was.
Right?
It was. Yes, I was trying to assuage the situation. You know.
Yeah.
I like to give the editors options.
And you were quoting an Indian philosopher or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did secretly. I was googling Zen phrases in between takes to see what I could come up with.
Because you knew the author that said the thing.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to give credit where credit was due.
I miss you guys.
We have a few fans asking if you were able to, while we're all sort of locked down or sort of locked down, or I don't know what exactly is happening. Have you picked up anything new, anything exciting, new hobbies, anything fun, or anything that you would like to share how you've grown in the past few months?
Well, yeah, I'm a teacher now. Yeah.
Same.
I teach children now.
We're all teachers now.
Yes, just so many children are just home all the time.
So many children.
So many children. Some of them not even mine.
You're losing count.
I am now an interior painter. I can now spray paint the room.
Anything.
Ariella, you're doing more. I see you playing guitar a lot. Yeah, Ariella. I mean, you already played before, but are you getting to another level?
No.
More music.
Level.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm video gaming.
I'm a fan
That's
of your
new.
guitar
That's a
playing.
new thing.
Hey,
I am too.
Yeah, James, tell us about. You mentioned before about the sort of virtual concert that you're doing.
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. Ghost the Robot, that's the band that I'm in. We pre-recorded a little miniature concert, but we, unlike other fans, we admitted that this was pre-recorded. Some bands are doing this and like telling people that they're doing it live, which is not really true because there's lag in Zoom. And if we all tried to sing Happy Birthday right now, you'd see what I mean.
Awful.
Freaking impossible. So we decided that we weren't going to try to play it like a live concert. And then we just hung out and answered questions. You know, we were all on the phone with each other, and somebody would call out the questions and type in the answers and kind of interact with fans. And that was kind of the best that we could figure out how to have a live event online and actually be honest about it. But it actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
But we just recorded with our iPhones. It was insanely easy, actually. Yeah.
It's a crazy time right now. We're all having to like adjust and, you know, come up with these new weird ways of creating content. So
yeah, my son is doing solo work, and he's figured out how to shoot his own videos by himself. And he's got 2 out and another one's about to drop, and they're really good. Like one of them was just like a shadow on a wall. The other was him in silhouette up on a hill, and he edited so there's 3 of him all dancing in choreography. And he's just like figuring it out.
Cool.
Yeah. Go to Sullivan Masters on YouTube. You'll see them.
Well, it's such a bummer. We're already out of time. Can't believe this time has flown by.
No, come on, man.
Just go over.
Hey,
Fine.
Yeah.
Annie, you got that selfie in just in time.
I know.
I know.
You do a selfie?
Wait,
Oh
no,
my God.
She's so good.
It just would not be Runaways
Doubt me?
without it.
but you know, this pandemic, as tough as it's been, it's given us time to binge watch a lot of new shows, and so we have a lot of new fans that have come onto Hulu to watch the Runaways, and so thank you all for just being amazing. And yeah, as you all know, nothing's truly gone away in the world of Marvel, so you never know what iteration or version the Runaways could come out with. And so, but I'm going to send you guys one off at a time. So Lyrica, we're going to ask you real quick, what's your one superpower that you wish you had? Go. Ask everyone this question. Superpower.
I would like to I would like to just like make anything appear like really fast, like food or something, if I want to eat something.
All right, Lyrica O'Connell. Thank you, Lyrica. Okay, and Virginia, Jenny, superpower, go.
You know, I would like to be like Gert, but be able to talk to my dogs and have conversations with them.
Virginia Gardner, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Ariella, well, how about you?
Shape-shifting.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you, Ariella.
Yeah.
And then let's see, Annie, how about you?
I'm gonna go healing. I know it's not as
Oh,
sexy, but I'm gonna go healing.
I
The
love that.
world could use that, a
Mama.
lot of that right now. So
Hi, you guys.
thank you, Annie.
Yeah.
James, how about you?
I would have said flying, but then I realized that unless you have invulnerability, it's useless because if you make one mistake and you're flying, just smack into a building and you're dead. So they would have to be in tandem. But I would probably lying. If I could be a good liar, I'm horrible at lying. So if I could be like an excellent liar, it would be great.
All right, thank you, James. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bridget, how about what's your superpower you wish you had?
I think I'm on the same track as Annie. I mean, if I could give everybody in the world a feeling of love and respect, that's the superpower.
Oh.
Thank you, Bridget. Thank you.
Yay, Bridge.
Kevin, your superpower, go.
I'm going to go with seeing the future, especially what's going to transpire in November in the United States. Don't forget to vote. Love you.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.
Thank you, Kevin Wiseman, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Brittany, your superpower.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with and take Zavin's power and shape shifting. I think there could also be a lot of good that happens with that too.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Brittany.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Larissa, what did you come up with? You've had so much time.
I mean, I want to say world peace, if that's a power, but honestly, just like magic wand. Just give me magic.
Love it.
Is that a thing? A wizard.
Thank you, Clarissa. Thank you so much. And Angel, what power did you come up with?
I'm gonna go with healing. I want to
Yes.
cure COVID. I want to cure COVID, and I want to get back to work. And I would make a lot of money if I could come up with that too, I'm sure. But it's new normal. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much. And yes, definitely the world could use healing. It'd be awesome. And so, again, thank you guys for joining Wizard World Virtual Experiences. Thank you, guests. Thank you, fans. Thank you for your questions. Make sure you check out the paid exclusive experiences, including the one-on-one private video chats, custom recorded messages, which you can sign up for, and the autographs, which you can sign up for all the way up to June 30th. Those are always on sale at wizardworldvirtual.com. And we'll continue to do so throughout the week until June 30th. So even if you are watching on replay, definitely check it out. It's once in a lifetime experience with your favorite cast members. And also definitely check out my website, herewithinstore.com. We offer sophisticated fashion apparel for fans, Marvel, DC, Star Trek, and more. But if you love this experience and you definitely want some more, later today we have the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina coming at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then later this week and the next couple weeks, we have Outlanders on June 29th, Supernatural in Riverdale on June 30th, Blazing Saddles on July 9th, and then rounding out Sons of Anarchy on July 8th, and many more are coming. So thank you again for joining us. Have a great rest of the week. Stay safe. Be awesome. Bye.